Hello friends, now I am going to start to discuss with you advantages or the benefits of sole proprietorship. See, we have already studied about the characteristics, right? So it's a secondary part now. I am going to discuss easy establishment process. The first point, an institution which is run by a single person, he not need to follow any more legal procedure because it is run under the single person's ownership. So it is called sole proprietorship. We have already studied. But here, when only a single person is there, documentation is not required. That I want to say. And complexity of the law for processing to establish the institution or the organization is not coming. That is more important thing. Capital will be brought by a single person. The administration will be done by a single person. There is no distribution of profit. So there is no paperwork is required to establish such single owners economic organization, right? Okay, let's continue to understand the second point. Less capital means here only a one person is handling the business. So the advantage of sole proprietorship is seen that no decision making process will be in delay because a single person, but the limitation of it is larger amount is usually become difficult to acquire because only one person is handling. So maximum capital is up to some extent is possible, but more than that is difficult. If we think about establishment of 500 crore big organization to establish, it becomes difficult. You understand? A one person's ownership will bring 10 crore, 15 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore, but up to 500 crores. If anybody wants, just I am giving example, if anybody wants to establish such a big institution, he needs lots of the people's support. At least more one or two persons are needed to start such business, right? So here the collection of amount will become the lesser. That is the main point. If he want to run on his own way, then he has to borrow the money. That is the simple thing. I don't say that it is not possible, but I am saying that it is somehow difficult by bringing 500 crores in one person's name. So he need to borrow the money. That is the thing. Or he need to bring other person with him in the business. Then the shape of the business will be convert from sole proprietorship to the other way. So the sole proprietorship means a single person's ownership and decision making, everything is run by the single person. So here the amount collection or the fund required may be more, but collected may be some less. That is the main point. Okay, third point, maintenance of the secrecy. When a business is run by a person, then he has to worry how to do, what to do. So he has not to think how and what the person will do. That is the main point. He has to think about. Its advantage is that what other person will do, he has not to worry because he keep secret with him. If he disclose the secret, then that is no problem. But if he wants to keep the secret with him, then nobody could get the detail from him. he is able to maintain the secrecy of his talk, what he has done, any deal with other person. As compared to the other form of the businesses, here the secrecy is better and easily possible to maintain. Right, my friends? Okay, the fourth point is quick decisions. Actually, a sole proprietorship means single owners business organization. So, in that situation, very clearly indicated here, it is very clearly indicated that only single person is owner, so the decision will be taken by only himself. Nobody else will enter in his activity. He can take quick decision according to the trends. What the trend shows, he can show his willingness. He can take decision. If the circumstances change, as per the circumstances, he can take immediate decision. He has not to ask to any other person. That is the greatness of the study. We have to understand this. So, everybody must understand that any business, if run by a single person, I repeat, any business, if run by a single person, its impact will remain different than more than one persons are handling the business, right? Because here the decision is taken immediately, the implementation of the decision is taken possible immediately. So in all the way, everything is possible to be done very easily because only single person is owner. Next point, personal contact. We have studied in regarding the characteristics that the personal contact is possible to contact with the customers, and it is possible to control the business by a one person. But here, in term of the advantage, we understand in the different way that the sole proprietorship is centralized unit. Owner himself is working as sole decision making person, and with customers, with other dealers, with creditors, with employee, every other person, he will remain in touch in his personal way. So according to the changing trends of the business, he could take the proper decision by understanding with contacting others. So here the whole business will remain in his control and in his hands. So by contacting each other, he can get the proper decision. That is the greatness. What I mean. Okay, now here I want to indicate one more thing. Flexibility remain. Flexibility means what? Flexibility means the proprietorship is indicating that whatever the change will be brought by only single person. Quick decision, proper awareness, immediate implementation of decision, everything is become possible. So if he not want to be rigid, he could take the decision very flexibly. He has not to ask to any other person to take the proper decision because everything under his own control. That is the great thing. Okay, next point is less taxation based burden on the enterprise. If he wants to run as sole proprietorship. Here you remember one thing. Any income of any business is the base of the earning money. But here, norms of the taxation are always different for every different business organization, like proprietorship, like partnership, like any corporate giants. Everyone has different taxation norms. So in that way, sole proprietorship is naturally saying that run by a single person, so its size is called small one. Its income will be considered as lesser one, and the burden of the income will also lesser. So the company will run under only one person's control, so there will not be more uh, burden of tax will come on any business because its size is small. So the span or the spreading of the business is naturally in limited area. So in that way, their income is considered as the less income, so the burden of the tax will become less. Right, my friends? Okay. Now I am going to discuss the eighth point, less legal restriction. As compared to other norms of the business organizations, here the legal restriction is less. Why? Because it is run by the single person, no control from the other person, every decision is taken by him. So from where the money has been brought, he only disclose. So in that situation, in the small business firms, legal restrictions are always less. Here the capital requirement, I am not saying that the money is not required. Money is always required to start a shop, to start an industry, everywhere. But as the spread of the business is less, so the requirement of the money is also less. Right, my friends? So here you remember one thing, the legal restrictions will also less. Okay, so here I have completed the explanation about advantages. Now I am going to explain about limitations or disadvantages. See, we have studied earlier in the advantages that the capital will require less. So less capital is also become the disadvantage, because if any person want to expand the business, he need more money. After the changing in the trends of the business, if any new technology comes, any enterprise need to bring new machineries, then the more money is required to be raised as the fund for the enterprise. So in that situation, a single owner institution may create a problem for them, that not able to purchase more big machineries, not able to start the business in a single owner's control way, to convert in more than one owner's business, because sole proprietorship naturally says that only one person's ownership. So under the one person's ownership cannot be directly converted into the more than one person's ownership. For that point of view, if you think, we need to say that the change in the business firms. But here I want to say very clearly that in situation of the sole proprietorship, big changes are not possible to bring. Second, unlimited liability. See, any business run by the single owner will create all liabilities on his shoulder in case the borrowings will cross the limit of the assets of enterprise. His own his all assets under his ownership will brought to pay the dues. So the personal liabilities will increase. In corporations, every liability will remain up to the part of the business, up to the proportion of the business investment of any person. But in this situation, his liability will increase more because the dues will brought over his own property. All debts will be burdened on his own property, and from that property the money will be recovered and the payment of the debt will be done. So in that situation, risk of the business will become more in case of sole proprietorship, because the single owner, single decision making person, all distribution is done by him, all decision is taken by him, so the responsibility also will remain on his shoulder. Right, my friend? Let's discuss about short duration. Short duration means the business expansion is limited. When the owner is working as the single proprietor or the owner, his limitation starts to come in case he dies or he decide that I am unable to pay the dues. In both the situation, the existence of the business will come to an end because he has closed the business. If the heirs do not have ability to run the business, okay, here this is the second situation. If he is able to run, he has run, no dues on remain on his shoulder as the burden, but his heirs are not ready. Heirs means his successor, his family is not ready to run the business. Then what do you think so? The possibility of the business expansion will be over. Even the possibility of the business existence will be also come in danger. In all this situation, business starts to be weakened because in many cases it has been seen that due to the future support is not found, the business has stopped or come to an end. So remember one thing, only single owner of business will create future danger for the existence of business. Okay. The fourth point is coming, limited working capacity. Now I want to indicate one thing. In sole proprietorship, we have studied that the decision making is easy, but the working capacity also remain in limited area because larger area to capture by a single owner or to expand the business as the branches by personal attention at all branches is not possible. Everybody has their limitations in their working way. So even though a person is intelligent, even though a person is skilled, even though a person is experienced, but his direct attention at all branches is not possible. In modern day, business require lots of the new knowledges, new skills, new abilities to run the business. So as the sole proprietorship, the scope of the business in future could become the lesser if it is remain in hands of one person. So in present day, even though a startup become only a one person's idea, but he will start the business with more than one person. If he want to run the business as the corporate, he will start the company. So the organization's form is almost different. The company is under the company law. Here the company law is not applied. So I am saying that the working capacity will come in the limitation. Right? Okay. The next point is possibility of a wrong decision. Now I want to indicate one thing. When a one person is taking decision, he is unable to take the advantage for help from other experienced person. So he may remain dependent only on his own decision. So in his own decision, whatever is taken, but the experienced person's knowledge and experience will not come in his help, because he has not asked to keep the secrecy, he has taken the decision by his own way. So in that situation, it will become damage to the company, because the decision is taken in the hasty manner, in erroneous manner, in very hurry. So it create a problem for the company in future, for existence. Right, my friends? So what decision is taken ultimately will be resulted in the future. But sole proprietorship decision almostly taken with experience, taken with responsibility, but sometime mutual talk and communication which help them is not possible here, because the sole proprietor will take the decision by his own way to keep the secrecy sometime. So it become problematic, right? Okay. The next one, the last point of the limitation is lack of advantage of large scale business. So now I want to indicate one thing. When a single person is having the control over the business in sole proprietorship, then the business expansion is naturally be stopped due to the unlimited liability, due to the limitation about personal attention at all business centers. It is required to understand that large scale business is restricted, not possible, and unable to handle for any person. So the sole proprietor cannot take the advantage of large business, large purchases, large sales by under single owners handling. Right, my friends? So here I want to indicate that the business is unable to run only by a single person if he want to run in frame of sole proprietorship. Then the expansion is not possible. Nothing else. Okay. Any kirana store can run at one place. Any departmental store can run at one place. But if he wants to run at more than one place as the chain of stores, then he need to take the help of other persons. So in that situation, he could require to manage everything by different managers, the paid staff. But paid staff cannot be more attended as like the owners can attend the business as their own. In case of partnership, we can see all partners can take the interest because their interest remain in the profit. But in the case of manager, he is the salarized person. So he will almostly concentrate to run the business, but ultimately he will work as the salarized person, not as the owner. So the attention of the business could become reduced. Here it is possible. Right, my friends? So here I am concluding my topic about limitations of sole proprietorship. Okay, my friends?